Stop right now and listen carefully, because you are not here by accident. You are not watching this by chance. This moment is divine timing. The Spirit of God directed you here because this message carries something meant for you, and if you leave too soon you will miss the key that unlocks the very thing you've been waiting for. So type Amen if you feel this tug inside you already, because heaven is moving right now. What I am about to share over the next hour is going to shift your financial destiny. Many of you have been struggling, stressed, always short of money, always just getting by. But God showed me in a vision that your name is written in His heavenly record of inheritance. Billionaires on this earth did not stumble into wealth by luck, and they will not keep it forever, because the transfer of wealth is already prepared. But only those who stay and hear this entire prophetic word will catch the full blessing. So right now declare with faith, I receive my inheritance, because the angels are watching and noting who is ready to step into this season. You've been restless. You've had dreams about money. You've noticed repeated numbers. These are signs you are one of the chosen ones. The same power that parted the Red Sea guided you to this exact video. Earlier in prayer I saw faces, thousands of faces, and yours was there. This is confirmation that God has called you by name. Now type God knew, because nothing in your life has been random. You've been frustrated, wondering why breakthrough hasn't come, why doors keep closing. But what you thought was punishment was actually preparation. Every delay was training. Every setback was building you for the greatest wealth transfer in history. An angel told me clearly, poverty is temporary, but prosperity is eternal. And while you were in the valley, God was writing your name in the book of abundance. This is happening because heaven made a decree. 40 days ago a scroll was opened, and those chosen for inheritance were called. You are one of them. If you feel chills right now, type appointed, because that's your spirit responding. Last night I saw billionaires in the spiritual realm, and their wealth was weighed on heavenly scales. I heard God say, what they gathered in greed will be released through grace. What they built on pride will be redistributed to the humble. Wealth will not stay in their hands forever. Angels are already calculating transfer amounts. This is why you have struggled, not because God forgot, but because He was waiting for the right time to release the right amount. That time is now. But spiritual resistance is trying to make you doubt. The enemy wants you to believe this is too good to be true. Do not listen. 3 nights ago, at 3:33 a.m., a light filled my room and I saw a heavenly boardroom, angels with scrolls of every billionaire's name, and next to them expiration dates. Their time is almost up. Then I saw another book labeled Inheritors, ordinary people, single parents, faithful givers, those who prayed even when broke, those who tithed even when it hurt. Their names were there with massive amounts written beside them. Not hundreds. Not thousands. But millions and billions. And those amounts are not future promises. They are written assignments prepared before you were born. If you believe your name is there, type my name is there, because your sacrifices were not wasted. Every time you chose faith instead of fear. Every time you blessed others in lack. Every tear. Every prayer. It was counted as preparation to handle wealth without being corrupted. God was testing, shaping, and qualifying you. Now type qualified by grace, because you are not disqualified by your past but chosen by His plan. The angel showed me that activation happens when you hear the prophetic word and respond with faith, when you declare what heaven has already decreed, when you act like the heir you are. That is when the transfer begins. But some will miss it by choosing doubt or a poverty mindset. Don't be one of them. Remember, children inherit not because of performance but because of position. You are a child of the King. Inheritance is your right. But it comes with a purpose. Your blessing is not just for you. You will become a channel for God's generosity, a pipeline, not a pool. Wealth is coming with an assignment, to fund revival, to support missions, to lift communities. Your life will prove that God's people are meant to prosper. But invisible enemies have been blocking your blessing, demons of unworthiness, religious tradition, and generational poverty. These spirits whisper that you don't deserve abundance, that poverty is holy, that financial struggle is your family legacy. But these are lies. Your worthiness was settled at the cross. Jesus paid for your salvation and your provision. Poverty is not a virtue. Wealth is not evil. It is the love of money, not money itself, that corrupts. And the generational curse is broken by faith. Say out loud, I break every chain and claim my inheritance. When you declare with authority, demons lose power. When you praise and worship God before the breakthrough shows up, those spirits flee. Gratitude attracts favor. Now you are ready for the prophetic code the angel revealed. It is the 777 activation, 3 sevens representing divine completion, completion in giving, receiving, and stewardship. Here is how it works. 7 days of declaration, where every morning and night you speak that your inheritance is already done. 7 acts of faith, where you give daily, even a little. Write down your inheritance number. Research your purpose for the money. Organize your finances. Bless others. Speak abundance, not lack. Thank God for past provision. And then 7 supernatural signs will confirm it: unexpected money, dreams of wealth, repeated confirmations, supernatural peace, blessings spoken over you, seeing the number 777, and sudden favor in finances. If you commit, type I commit, because this is not a game. It works only for those with pure motives who want wealth for kingdom purposes, not selfish gain. This is why the enemy will try to discourage you during the 7 days. But don't stop, because many inheritances release on day 6 or 7. Your global breakthrough is linked with others worldwide doing this at the same time. And then comes the 40-day decree of manifestation. Heaven's calendar has set a deadline. Within 40 days true inheritors will see evidence of breakthrough. It will be divided into 4 phases. Preparation, where obstacles clear and faith is tested. Manifestation, where first blessings appear. Acceleration, where time compresses and miracles multiply. Completion, where full inheritance manifests. But you must stay faithful through all 4 phases. Don't quit before the finish line. Your words and actions trigger the countdown. So declare, my countdown starts now, because heaven has already released the angels, warrior angels to fight for your faith, prosperity angels to arrange circumstances, ministering angels to strengthen you. Your inheritance is already written, and these next 40 days are your activation. If you are ready, say I am chosen and step into the transfer God has prepared, because the greatest shift in wealth in history is happening now, and your name is already on heaven's list. Listen closely, because what I am about to say will stretch your faith and enlarge your capacity to receive. For this wealth transfer is not just about money, it is about destiny, identity, and kingdom purpose. If you can understand this mystery, you will never look at your life the same again. God is not simply trying to make you rich. He is positioning you as a steward of divine resources. He is lifting you up as a testimony to His goodness, so that nations will know that He alone is God. Type nations will know, because what is coming to you is global. It will ripple far beyond your personal life. Your family will see it. Your children will inherit it. Your community will be changed by it. Some of you have prayed secretly, God, if you bless me I will bless others. God, if you provide I will give back. Those prayers have been heard. Those prayers are why you are here right now, because heaven is answering. But hear me clearly, the size of your blessing is determined by the size of your obedience. The measure of your release is connected to the measure of your surrender. This is why you cannot afford to treat this moment casually. Do not scroll away. Do not dismiss this as coincidence, because angels are literally standing by your name with scrolls, waiting for your yes, waiting for your faith, waiting for your declaration. Some of you feel unworthy. You say, how could I handle billions? How could I manage such wealth? But let me remind you, David was a shepherd before he was king. Joseph was a prisoner before he managed Egypt's wealth. Esther was an orphan before she sat in the palace. You may feel small now, but God specializes in raising the unlikely, in using the overlooked, in elevating the underestimated. Type overlooked but chosen, because that is your story. You are not disqualified. You are qualified by grace. This transfer is not random. It is calculated, written, sealed, and scheduled. Your positioning in this very season is proof. You are in the right place, at the right time, hearing the right word, because the Spirit has already marked you. Now let me go deeper, because last night in prayer I saw something powerful. I saw massive storehouses in the spiritual realm, not small rooms, but entire heavenly warehouses stacked with gold, silver, resources, even creative ideas and inventions. I asked the angel, "What is this?" And he said, "These are the unclaimed inheritances of God's children, blessings delayed by doubt, promises forfeited by fear, resources stolen by the enemy." And then he said, "The time of storage is over. The time of release has begun." I saw locks breaking. I saw angels carrying out bundles. I saw scrolls being stamped with the word released. And then I saw your name on one of those scrolls. Type "My name is stamped," because I believe your scroll is among them. But hear me, there is a reason this transfer requires preparation. Sudden wealth without spiritual maturity destroys people. This is why some who win the lottery lose everything, why some who gain riches without wisdom end up broken. But God is not giving you wealth to destroy you. He is giving you wealth to display His kingdom through you. He trusts you because He has refined you through fire. He has tested your heart in the wilderness. He knows you will not worship the money, you will worship the God who gave it. Say, "I worship the giver, not the gift," because that is what keeps you safe. Now let me share the timeline the angel revealed. For some of you, the transfer will be immediate. You will see sudden deposits, unexpected promotions, supernatural contracts, inheritances you didn't even know existed. For others, it will be progressive, step-by-step increase, doors opening one after another until you are standing in overflow. And for a few, it will be generational, wealth that not only blesses you, but sets up your children, your grandchildren, entire bloodlines, shifting family legacies from poverty to prosperity permanently. If you believe your family line is shifting, type "My bloodline is blessed," because generational wealth is part of your inheritance. And let me remind you of something critical. Your words are the steering wheel of your inheritance. What you speak in this season matters more than you realize. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. You must speak abundance, declare increase, release words of prosperity over your life daily. Do not sabotage yourself with negativity. Do not cancel your inheritance with fear speech. Say out loud, "I align my words with heaven," because when your mouth matches heaven's decree, angels move faster, doors open quicker, favor multiplies. Now let me expose the strategy of the enemy in this season. He will try three things to block your inheritance: distraction, discouragement, and deception. Distraction, by pulling your attention to things that don't matter, so you miss the prophetic timing. Discouragement, by making you feel it's taking too long, so you give up too early. Deception, by convincing you that wealth is evil or not for you, so you disqualify yourself. But we cancel every scheme of the enemy now. Type "canceled," because no weapon formed against your inheritance will prosper. Not one delay, not one lie, not one demon can override the decree of heaven. Your name is written and sealed. Some of you will feel resistance as you hear this, heaviness, doubts rising, even tiredness. That is because the enemy is nervous about you hearing the full message. But push through, because your perseverance is proof you are chosen. Those who endure until the end of this prophetic word will carry an activation others miss. This is why it is so urgent that you stay until the final declaration, because the impartation is released at the end, not the beginning. God is a finisher, not just a starter. Your faith must finish to unlock the fullness. Let me tell you this with authority. Within the next 40 days, testimonies will pour out from those who stayed. People will testify of debts canceled, houses bought, businesses funded, ministries launched, checks arriving, contracts signed, inheritances discovered. Many will say, "It began when I believed the prophetic word, when I declared with faith, when I sowed into my inheritance." Type "It begins today," because your countdown starts now. Heaven's calendar is set. Angels are dispatched. Scrolls are sealed. And your inheritance is closer than you think. And now, beloved, let me take you into the deeper revelation of why this transfer is happening now and not before. For everything under heaven operates on divine timing. Seeds do not sprout in winter, they bloom in the appointed season. And this is your appointed season. You've been through winters, through dry seasons, through years of delay, but the calendar of heaven has reached its appointed time. The trumpet has sounded in the Spirit, and the call has gone out for the release of inheritance to the heirs of the kingdom. Type appointed season, because you are standing on the threshold of divine release. Do you not see it already? Signs have been appearing around you, dreams of checks, visions of abundance, encounters with numbers like 777 and 333, divine alignments and sudden shifts in your atmosphere. These were not random. They were signals from heaven, wake-up calls to prepare you, confirmations that the scroll with your name has been unsealed. And if you can feel it in your spirit right now, type "I feel it," because your spirit knows before your mind catches up. Your inner man has already sensed the shift. I must tell you this, wealth transfer is not only about money but also about influence, favor, and platforms. The billionaires of this world hold wealth, but also power. They influence nations. They control narratives. They shape cultures. And God is raising up His sons and daughters to carry not just finances but kingdom influence, to sit at tables where decisions are made, to fund movements that shift nations, to speak truth in places where lies have reigned. That is why your preparation has been so intense, because your assignment is greater than your bank account. Type "greater assignment," because you are called for more. And let me show you what the Spirit revealed about the 3 waves of transfer. The first wave is personal inheritance, sudden breakthroughs for individuals, debts erased, contracts signed, promotions granted. The second wave is communal inheritance, blessings flowing into families, churches, and communities, entire households shifting into prosperity, ministries funded overnight, cities impacted. The third wave is generational inheritance, wealth so great it sets up entire bloodlines, schools built, hospitals established, nations transformed. And you are chosen to be part of one of these waves. Some of you will experience more than one. Type "wave after wave" if you believe you will ride the flow of all 3. But take heed, for this is not a passive season. This is an active moment, and your faith must partner with heaven. Faith is not wishing, it is believing and acting. Faith is writing the vision, declaring the promise, sowing seeds, aligning your life with the prophetic word. When you move in faith, you activate angelic movement, for angels respond not to emotion but to faith-filled words and actions. Type activated, because your faith today activates tomorrow's release. I saw in the Spirit books of record being opened, and in them were listed the names of those who endured, those who stayed faithful when it was hard, those who prayed even when nothing seemed to change, those who gave even when they had little. Next to their names were written assignments of wealth, numbers so large they seemed impossible to the human mind. But heaven does not calculate like earth. Heaven has no shortage, no inflation, no limitation. Heaven's resources are infinite. God is saying to you, do not measure your future by your past. Do not limit your expectation by your current bank account. For I am the God who brings water from rocks, manna from heaven, and gold from fish. Type no limits, because the only limit is the one you believe. Listen, this transfer is also a test. Will you hoard, or will you distribute? Will you serve self, or will you serve kingdom? God is looking for conduits, not containers, channels, not dams, pipelines, not ponds. Those who let blessing flow will never run dry. But those who clutch it tightly will find it slipping away. Remember the parable of the talents, the faithful multiplied, the fearful buried. To the faithful, more was given. To the fearful, what little they had was taken. This is not the hour to bury what God gives. This is the hour to multiply. Type multiply, because multiplication is your portion. Now hear me, some of you will feel opposition even after you leave this word, sudden distractions, arguments, unexpected expenses, all designed to steal your focus and your faith. But do not give the enemy an inch. Remember, he is already defeated. He has no authority unless you hand it to him. Resist him with declarations. Rebuke him with authority. Cover yourself in prayer. Move forward with unshakable faith. Type unshakable, because that is who you are, a pillar that cannot be moved, a tree planted by rivers of water that brings forth fruit in season. Let me close with this vision. As I prayed this morning, I saw a giant vault in the heavens, larger than any bank on earth. As I looked, I saw angels unlocking it with keys that glowed like fire. When the vault opened, rivers of gold, rivers of silver, rivers of resources poured out, flooding the earth. I heard a voice thunder from heaven saying, "Tell my people their time has come. Tell my children their inheritance is released. Tell my heirs to arise and receive." I saw names being called out, one after another, and I believe your name is among them. Type my name was called, because faith seals what heaven has already spoken. So now we seal this word with final declarations. Repeat after me with boldness, I am chosen. I am appointed. I am an heir of the kingdom. My inheritance is released. My family is blessed. My bloodline is shifted. Wealth flows to me. Favor surrounds me. Angels fight for me. I am a steward of abundance. I will multiply what I receive. I will fund kingdom purposes. I will bless nations. And I will give God all the glory. Now type "it is done," because in heaven it is already finished, and on earth it is manifesting. This is your moment. This is your season. This is your inheritance. Do not doubt. Do not delay. Do not look back. Move forward in faith, for the greatest wealth transfer in human history is not coming, it has already begun. Your name, your house, your family, your destiny is written in the book of abundance. So rise, receive, and rejoice, because the vault of heaven is open, the decree of God is sealed, the angels are dispatched, and your inheritance is here. Now lift your hands wherever you are and give God glory, because the shift has already begun.